Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. The Conjuring, which I did a review for a few weeks ago, is actually one of the best horror movies in, I think, at least 20 years, 30 years. It is, I'm rating it pretty high. However, in 2016, the sequel came out, The Conjuring 2, which is also called The Conjuring 2, The Enfield Case. And I like this movie a lot more. And I think it's got to do with the dynamics of the family. They're just a lot more fleshed out, especially the kids and the mother. I just feel a lot more connected towards them. Even though I don't believe that that the actual family is probably like that, and I think I honestly don't believe in ghost or any such demon possession, all that stuff. Makes for good entertaining movies, but not in real life. And that kind of religious stuff doesn't really appeal to me. However, yes, I love this movie quite a lot. I watched it in the theater in 2016. Was I? This is one of the horror movies I can watch quite a lot, many times over the years, and I can still keep on watching it. I have watched it multiple times. So anyway, returning back, are James Wan, who directed this movie. Like I mentioned, came out in 2016. You've got Patrick Wilson and Vera Farmiga, who are reprising their roles as Ed and Lorraine Warren from the first movie. And this poltergeist, ghost possession, and then a demon coming in is influenced by the Enfield Council House, which came out. Which the issues basically came out in 1977. Called as the Enfield Poltergeist. However, there's a lot of things that are made up for the movie. And who else are acting in the movie? Playing the mother of the kids, the single mom is Frances O'Connor as Peggy Hodgson. Madison Wolfe plays Janet, the one who's actually possessed, and the one who goes through the traumatizing experience. Madison Wolfe as Janet Hodgson. Lauren Esposito as Margaret Hodgson, the older sister. Benjamin Haig as Billy Hodgson. Patrick McCauley as Johnny Hodgson. You've also got Simon McBurney as Maurice Gross, a very sympathetic character whose daughter actually passed away, and he is still supporting them. Maria Doyle Kennedy, who I've watched in a couple of movies and maybe a TV show or something. She plays Peggy Nottingham, their neighbor, and Simon Delaney plays Vic Nottingham. And of course you have Robin Atkin Downs as the voice of the demon Valak. Bonnie Aarons plays the demon nun Valak, who they named towards the end of the movie. And Javier Botet plays the Crooked Man. So amazing stuff, to be honest, in this movie. As you may know, the Enfield poltergeist basically starts because in the family, the husband or the father, he left the family and married with another woman, and started another family of his own. So single mom raising the kids. Janet is the one who perhaps who misses her dad a lot more. So she and her sister use this Ouija board, makeup Ouija board, I guess. She and a friend rather, and she tries to contact this thing and see. So she starts to sleepwalk. She starts speaking in her dreams. She keeps seeing an entity of an elderly man, who we later find out is the previous owner, who died on a chair in the living room, and he he was not a very likable man when he was alive. And then Bill Wilkins, that's his name. He previously lived and he died in a chair. And that the house came when they took over. So Janet starts to show more and more signs of demon possession, levitation. She's able to speak in a demonic voice. So they call in a couple of priests and some journalists. The police, of course, are first. When the family gets scared, but even the police get scared when they see a chair moving back to its original position on its own. They call the priest. Finally, they contact Ed and Lorraine, who are supposed to be these experts. They come in, they start living with the family, they bond with the family. And that's what I said. It's kind of really heartwarming, to be honest. But that's a tribute to the actors and the story that they wrote for the movie. It's not really something that's actually based on real life. Please understand that. They help them quite a lot. However, they are able to contact the spirit of Bill Wilkins speaking through the young girl Janet, um, who will only speak when everybody else's face is turned away. However, Janet is trying to speak with make that voice come out with her mouth full of water. However, people are not really convinced. And in one particular incident, when she is stuck in the kitchen area with one of her brothers, the boy is scared out of his wits, but there's a lot of plates and a table thrown, and apparently it's caught on film that Janet actually did it, and she did it because the demon whispered into her ear that if you don't do this, to throw people off, that she's actually faking it. If you don't do this, then I'll kill your family. So she does it out of fear for her family. And finally, they're able to it's pretty lengthy. There's a way they actually find that Bill is actually in a couple of the voices that he's making, he's actually screaming for help. He is caught by Valak, the nun, Valak, who's taking on the form of a nun, and that is also preventing Lorraine from actually finding out, sensing the presence. The demon is that powerful. Wilkinson is just a pawn in the game that that Valak is doing. The girl goes through a lot of traumatizing stuff, as much as Ed and Lorraine try to help them. And finally, when it comes to light, so to speak, and they think that she's actually faking it, the mother asks them all to leave. However, this is when they discover that, okay, it looks like the spirit of Bill Wilkins is actually screaming for help. It won't let me go. They come back, and Valak is trying to force them to, both Janet and Ed, who comes to her rescue in the house, to fall through the top floor onto a sort of a makeshift spike that has happened when lightning hits a tree, and it's sharp end. So if they do fall, it's like literally a spike going through them. But Lorraine realizes that the name of apparently there's something in Catholicism that if you know the name of the demon who's possessing somebody, you have command over it. I don't know what kind of a rule that is. Seems really silly. And she's able to find out that she's actually scribbled. She's had a vision. She's had a couple of visions of Valak as a nun, and a couple of scenes are really scary in it. And of course, she has scribbled the name on her Bible, and she sees the name Valak. She goes, confronts the creature, and tells her, you have taken the blasphemous outfit because she's a scary looking nun. So be gone. And then she says, Valak, of course, demon loses all power, banished to hell. She managed to rescue Ed and the girl, and well, it's very touching, the relationship that Janet seems to get with both Ed and Lorraine, because this girl is, and especially with Ed, because she is really missing her dad. She kind of looks to Ed a little bit as a father figure. The lovely scene in which he's singing for them, I love that part really quite a lot, where he's singing an Elvis Presley tune, I Can't Help Falling in Love with You, because apparently when the father of the family, when he had gone away to live with his new wife, he took all the music CDs and the vinyl collection. So since they didn't have anything, he starts playing for them. And yeah, so for several reasons like this, I really like I really like this movie quite a bit. It's one of my favorite horror movies. Definitely my favorite of The Conjuring because it gets worse after this. Couple of good ones, but yeah, nothing is as good as this. So I'm guessing everybody kind of likes The Conjuring more. I give this a 9 out of 10. Just it's a lot more heartwarming, this particular film compared to the other ones. Just for me, I don't know, maybe. So I give it a 9 out of 10. It's a really, really good movie. Thank you guys, and I'll see you soon in another movie review coming up right after this.